From WYLN Hazleton, this is WYLN's late edition News at 10 with meteorologist Joe Garbacek, sports with Beth Mensinger, anchors Lisa Sugar and L.A. Tyrone. News, weather, sports, features, and more. You're watching WYLN's late edition News at 10.
Good evening and welcome to WYLN's late edition for Monday, September 2nd, 2013. Hope you had an enjoyable Labor Day holiday. I'm Lisa Sugar reporting. Tonight, getting ready for Fun Fest 2013. We'll talk with the executive director about the big Fun Fest weekend, which is just days away. And we'll take you to a special tribute to veterans held on this Memorial Day. In sports, Beth Mensinger has the latest on the final matchups in AAA baseball action. And meteorologist Joe Garbacek has your forecast for the rest of the work week. But first, late edition's look at tonight's top stories. Several people are homeless tonight after flames struck an Ashland apartment building very early this morning. The fire, which was discovered by police, broke out around 3:30 this morning on Center Street in Ashland. Ronald Bowen credited a police officer with alerting him to the fire.
He started yelling, "Fire, fire, get out." So I got my baby out of the crib and I woke my fiance up, and my stepson, he was at his grandmother's, thank God.
Was injured, and the American Red Cross is assisting those displaced by the fire. A state police fire marshal from Frackville has been called in to investigate the exact cause of that fire this morning in Ashland. Wilkes-Barre police are investigating a theft and vandalism to a 100-plus-year-old church. Someone smashed an old stained glass window at the Messiah Lutheran Church on South Main Street late last week, then entered it. The thieves then took whatever they could get their hands on, including keys, audio speakers, coins collected for the needy, lighters, and several other items. Parishioners say they even took 3-year-old cans of soda. They did leave behind the ladder and hatchet they used to break in. Oddly, it is likely the last thing to happen at Messiah Lutheran Church. It is being closed. The congregation is dissolving. The pastor is retiring, and the building itself, built back in 1901, is being sold to a group known as Moving River Ministries, a non-denominational group. Meanwhile, city police are investigating. The body of 17-year-old Zachary Patrician was found in Glen Lyon Sunday after being reported missing for 1 week. Newport Township Police confirm that they found him and his pickup truck in Glen Lyon around 2 o'clock Sunday. Patrician was last seen on last Sunday when he was leaving his home en route to school at Penn Tech in Williamsport, where he never showed up. Patrician was found inside his pickup truck at St. Nicholas Cemetery in Newport Township. Luzerne County Coroner authorities say there is no indication of foul play. Autopsy results will be released sometime next week. We told you Friday night during Late Edition that a police officer was hit by a car. The officer himself was not directly hit nor seriously hurt. Butler Township Police say Officer Tim Jacobs was hit by debris caused by a passing car on Route 309. The office had initiated a traffic stop when another vehicle went through at what police call a high rate of speed. It clipped the mirror of the police car and the debris hit Jacobs. Butler Township Police charged 52-year-old Pragnesh Pathak of Mountaintop with several counts, including aggravated assault by vehicle while driving under the influence. An 80-year-old Danville woman was killed when her car collided with a rollback truck on Route 54 in Ralph Oak Township Sunday afternoon. It happened about 4:45 near Elysburg. Township police say Stella Adams was declared dead at 5:31 p.m. at Geisinger-Shamokin Area Community Hospital in Cole Township by Northumberland County Coroner James Kelly. Police said her car entered Route 54 from Airport Road into the path of a truck operated by 63-year-old Donald Whalen of Culpmont. The truck hit the driver's side of Adams' car. That part of Route 54 was closed for about an hour and a half. About 30 people were stuck on the Ferris wheel at the Wyoming County Fair in Mahoopany last night. The fair said it was caused by a technical malfunction. Jim Horton is the ride's owner.
The operator said he heard something and he saw the seat move towards him a couple inches and he stopped the ride immediately.
A Mashop and Fire Company ladder truck and bucket loaders from Triton Hose and Towanda Fire Companies assisted in the rescue. State inspectors were there today, the last day of the fair. Some are saying it's not human error, but a problem in design.
This week we will have a preliminary look at every ride like it, every similar design we will look at this week to ensure that the same thing does not happen. If we have any doubt, that ride will be closed.
No one was injured, but it took about 3 hours to get all the stranded riders down last night. Other carnivals do have similar Ferris wheels. A bar just outside of Berwick caught fire over the weekend. Fire officials in Briar Creek Township say it broke out around noon Saturday in the rear of Castaway's Bar and Grill. An upstairs apartment was gutted, though it appears most of the bar's interior was spared. A man lived in that apartment but was not injured. So far, no cause has yet been determined. A woman says she was robbed at knife point in downtown Wilkes-Barre last night. The 22-year-old said it happened in the first block of South Main Street near the area of the Susquehanna Ale House around 10 o'clock when she was approached by a tall black male wearing a blue T-shirt with NYC in rhinestones. He demanded money and said he had a knife. She turned over what cash she had. She told police she believed there were 3 other people along with that robber. And there was an armed robbery on the campus of Bloomsburg University over the weekend. It happened around 5 a.m. on Saturday at the Mount Olympus Apartments. University police say 3 black males, all wearing black clothing, knocked on an apartment door and were admitted by the residents. They took wallets and cell phones and fled. The first suspect, described as a light-skinned black male with a goatee, about 5'7", 170 pounds, in his late teens to early 20s, wearing tan camo cargo shorts. The second, a dark-skinned black male with a long beard, about 6'2", 180 pounds, in his late teens to early 20s, wearing an Adidas hoodie and armed with a handgun. And the third, about 5'8", 180 pounds, also in his late teens to early 20s. Anyone with information should call Bloomsburg University Police at 389-4168. The university has recommended that students walk in groups and keep a cell phone nearby. Congressman Lou Barletta said he applauds President Obama for agreeing to seek congressional authority before taking military action against Syria. But he says he hasn't decided whether he will vote to authorize it. Barletta said there was, quote, the very real fear that al-Qaeda is heavily involved with the rebel forces, which would seemingly benefit from our intervention. He also called it troublesome that the British Parliament rejected getting involved. Congress is back to work next week. So far, no vote on authorization has yet been scheduled. Well, meanwhile, Barletta is not the only congressman who may be a hard sell on Syria. INN's Andrew Spencer has more.
In a Congress so often divided by party lines, sources from both sides of the aisle tell CNN votes on military action in Syria could go either way.
This is not going to be a matter of trying to enforce party discipline or to vote for or against the president. This has got to be something you believe in.
The Obama administration made its case on Sunday as about 100 lawmakers returned to Washington for a classified briefing.
We know that chemical weapons have been used in other instances, and we did not take military action.
Certainly the mood of the district that I represent is do not do this, and I honestly didn't hear anything that told me I ought to have a different position.
Others worry the White House proposal is too broad, leaving an open timeline and the possibility of American troops on the ground.
I think there'll be some changes possibly after some discussion. I think we can narrow it somewhat, but we have to be careful. You know, you don't want to tie the president's hands.
This is a question now of what kind of authorization the Congress will give to the executive branch.
The administration's open on the language issue. I think they'll have to be if they want to get language that the Congress would approve.
With congressional approval anything but certain, the Obama administration is content to wait until the entire Congress returns from recess on September 9th. In the meantime, White House officials will continue trying to build support in meetings with members of Congress. I'm Andrew Spencer reporting.
Thank you, Andrew. But NATO supports the president's call. Today, Secretary General Andres Fogh Rasmussen held his weekly press conference in Brussels and said Syria must be punished.
We believe that these unspeakable actions, which claimed the lives of hundreds of men, women and children, cannot be ignored. There is a reason that chemical weapons are banned. across the civilized world. They are horrific and barbaric arms that have no place in the 21st century.
In other news tonight, Ryan Township is set to outlaw the use of Jake brakes, also known as Jacob's brakes after the inventor. Jake brakes are used on tractor trailers. They use compression to slow the truck down and are very effective, but they also make noise, which annoys many people. In Ryan Township, complaints have come from those who live along Route 54 between Vulcan Hill, just east of the Mahanoy City exit of Route 54, and the fire company. Township supervisors are expected to enact the ban at the board's next meeting. Several other regional municipalities have also barred their use. Hazleton City Police say thieves stole 2 guns and jewelry from a home on Hazleton's northeast side. Police say the thieves broke into a home on East 1st Street between Hayes and Garfield sometime between 5 o'clock Saturday and 6 a.m. Sunday. They stole a semi-automatic pistol, a semi-automatic rifle, and jewelry, along with some electronic items. If you have any information, you are asked to call City Police by dialing Luzerne County 911. The Turnpike Commission plans to do away with the 76 toll plazas and toll collectors and turn the entire system into Easy Pass toll collection only. Turnpike spokesman Carl DeFabo said that's expected to happen by 2018. Already, the Turnpike Commission has been hiking tolls for cash customers at a far higher rate than those for Easy Pass drivers. Right now, about 70% of travelers use Easy Pass. The Turnpike Commission does not expect 100% Easy Pass usage, but when it does go all electronic, if a car without an Easy Pass transponder goes through, license plate information is caught on camera and a bill is mailed to the owner. Electronic tolling is far cheaper for the Turnpike to operate. Easy Pass costs 20 cents per transaction versus $1 for a cash transaction. Since Easy Pass was implemented in 2000, the agency has 270 fewer toll workers. The Commission plans a marketing campaign between now and the time the all-electronic system will be put into place. Well, it is Labor Day today, which means plenty of travelers are out on the roads, heading to different outdoor parties and visiting family members. This afternoon, WYLN stopped by the rest stop near the Dorrance exit, where the Dorrance Volunteer Fire Company was selling hot dogs and coffee to those tired and hungry travelers.
They have to come in, have a break, have a cup of coffee, and we have some other snacks. And it's like safety first. We would much rather hand them a cup of coffee than have to answer an emergency call.
Some of the travelers we spoke with were happy to see the coffee and food for sale when they stopped.
I'm just on my way up to Wilkes-Barre from McAdoo, so it's not a far ride, but I come here every holiday. They have excellent coffee, and the food is good.
Well, we're on our way back from visiting some family outside of Raleigh, North Carolina, and it's a long drive. It's a good midway stop, so we're just taking a break, stretch our legs, and we appreciate the coffee and drinks.
Fire company says they will be there throughout this evening. As summer comes to an end, the tick population is increasing. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, noting they carry Lyme disease and Rocky Mountain spotted fever, has called them a serious public health threat. INN's Holly Furfer has more.
Ticks are everywhere. According to a new report out of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Lyme disease affects 30,000 people each year, infecting 10 times more people than previously reported. So how can we avoid tick bites? The CDC says the best way to steer clear of ticks is to stay clear of where they live. Avoid wooded and bushy areas and look for the pathways and stay on them. Use repellents that contain 20 to 30% DEET, which should protect you for a few hours. If you prefer not to use DEET, there are other repellents registered by the Environmental Protection Agency that can be used. You can find those on their website. When you come indoors, do a full body check. Take a bath or shower immediately to wash off the unwelcome pests. And throw the clothes you were wearing in the dryer on high for an hour to kill any remaining ticks. Always check pets. Ticks love our furry friends and can move from a dog or cat onto you in a matter of seconds. And remember, just because it's the end of summer doesn't mean it's the end of tick season. These dangerous parasites love fall leaves and can last into the early winter months. I'm Holly Furfer.
And finally tonight, a section of Hollywood Boulevard in Hazel Township will be closed for 2 months starting on Wednesday. It is related to work on the Airport Beltway project. PennDOT says the road is slated to be closed from the Beltway to Faith Drive for 70 days, which would be early November. But PennDOT's Mike Brunetsky doesn't think the road will be closed that long because some work has already been done. A turning lane is being added to the Beltway itself, along with a new on-ramp to Route 93, a new traffic signal at the intersection at Hazel Township Boulevard, also known as Old Airport Road, and an upgrade of the signal near Laurel Mall. The project, which started in March, is expected to be finished in November of 2014. And that is a look at tonight's top stories. Time now to get our first look at your forecast for the remainder of this work week. Meteorologist Joe Garbacik outside in the Bedrock Gardens Weather Center with our preview. Joe?
Well, thank you very much, Lisa. It was a very nice summer day across our region today. Temperatures getting up into the 80s in most locations, and you've been feeling that a little bit of that humidity in the air. But we also had those showers and storms moving through, which means it's going to get a little bit cooler across our region. But before we talk about the cool weather, we go back in time. How about this? In California, back in 1980, the highest temperature ever for the United States in September, it came at that location at 126 degrees. We'll talk what we can expect with the 7-day forecast coming up next.
Heritage SureSave, your neighborhood full-service supermarket. Come see for yourself. They have the freshest selection of meats, cheese, and produce. Baked goods made fresh on premises. They have an in-store butcher who is happy to accommodate your special orders. Be sure to stop in and check out their unadvertised specials. You'll find them throughout the store. See their flyer for weekly specials. Heritage SureSave, your neighborhood full-service supermarket. This week at Heritage, they brought back their hottest sale on Turkey Hill ice cream. 1.5 quart, only 3 for $6.
Swing to Big Bad Voodoo Daddy October 18th at the Alice E. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center at the Historic Castle in Hazleton. 2013 marks the 20th anniversary of Big Bad Voodoo Daddy's remarkable arrival onto the music scene. And today, the high-energy 9-piece ensemble continues to remind the world that it's still cool to swing big band style. Join the party. Shake and move to the groove October 18th. Advance tickets are available through Ticketmaster starting August 31st. WILN TV 35, first in live sports.
Hi, I'm Ron Jaworski. For the best in local TV sports, watch WILN TV 35.
WILN TV 35 has it covered.
Hi, my name is Vince Papelli. I'm a former Philadelphia Eagle wide receiver and special teams guy, and for local sports coverage, I watch only WILN 35.
WILN TV 35, the event, not just the highlights.
Always had some showers and thunderstorms moving through our area, some of them producing a lot of rain in a short amount of time period, as well as the cloud-to-ground lightning. And you can see over those past 6 hours that we have experienced some of those showers and storms, the cloud-to-ground lightning indicated on your screen. And now the more potent of the storms, if you will, generally confined up in, we can call up in Lackawanna County, making their way toward the east. Behind it, not too much going on. In fact, a few locations, especially down toward the south, still dealing with southern Columbia County, included some showers and thunderstorms down through the Danville area, as well as getting down toward the Lehighton area and the Lehigh Valley region. Still some showers and thunderstorms, but other than that, things are going to start to clear out, I think, as we head through the rest of the overnight hours. Our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton right now is hanging on to 69 degrees, humidity now at 100%, and precipitation-wise since midnight, 0.08 of an inch of precipitation. Our Robert Stevens Face and Body Almanac page for the day, 84 and 66. That's above the average high of 77 and 57. 99 and 43, the record high and low, they still stand. Sun will be up tomorrow, 6:32. Sun will set at 7:34 in the evening. So temperature-wise, last night fairly mild, only dropping down into this morning into the 60s. It's kind of muggy out there. And today, getting up into the 80s, some locations near 90 degrees. A few of the higher elevations, including Mount Pocono, struggling to make it to just about 80 degrees. 72 now in Berwick, 67 in New Angola, 72 in Monterey City, 72 degrees in Danville. Satellite and radar had the severe thunderstorm watch that was in effect, and pretty much that's set to expire because all the storms pretty much moving on out. There's still a few as you head further out toward the west. But again, you lose a lot of the daytime heating of the atmosphere. They start to fizzle out. They don't become as potent. And as we go into tomorrow, not looking too bad. Maybe a chance of a shower around at best, but that's about it. And then after that, weather-wise, looking pretty nice over the next several days. Notice tonight dropping in the 60s for the most part. Tomorrow, cooler, only in the 70s. Notice tomorrow night dropping down into the 50s for overnight lows. And by the noontime hour on Wednesday, temperatures generally near 70 or in the lower 70s. So we had the front that came through. Ahead of the front, steamy conditions, humid conditions, hot conditions like we've been experiencing. But now the front will have passed, and as we go into tomorrow, cooler, less humid conditions coming back into our area. Extended forecast brought to you by the Wire Guys, a division of Arc Electric. Here's what we can expect the next few days: 73 for Wednesday, 72 for Thursday. Staying in the 70s for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And notice, maybe with the chance of an isolated shower tomorrow, the rest of the days should remain dry. Some of those overnight lows in the 50s and some upper 40s. Our evening Pennsylvania lottery numbers, the daily 887, the big 4, 6503. Quinto numbers looking like this: 91553. The cash 5, 27, 28, 31, 34, and 40. Lisa.
Thank you, Joe. Coming up, the annual Fun Fest celebration takes place this weekend, and Ganley talks with the executive director next, right here on Late Edition.
Hi, I'm Liz Tolan. I'd like to invite you to the first annual COPS event. It's taking place on September 21st right here at the Butler Township Community Center. This event, brought to you by WILN 35 in Hazleton, the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance, and other area sponsors, will consist of a 5K run, 5K walk, kids fun run, open-air concert, free cookout for the community, crafters, tricky trays, and so much more. Proceeds from this event will go to benefit 4 area police departments. When you call these men and the men and women they serve with, they're going to be there for you. Won't you take one day out of your busy schedule and be there for them?
Managing risk is more than just buying an insurance policy. At Dreyfus, our approach is different. We have 25 risk management professionals who have the tools and experience to help our clients avoid and survive unexpected events. We can help you with risk transfer, OSHA requirements, safe workplace, cybersecurity, and claims management. All of these go well beyond an insurance policy. We're also independent, so we can access dozens of insurance carriers like Grange Insurance, who can insure your auto, home, business, and life. Dreyfus Insurance since 1901 and Grange Insurance since 1935. We're committed to helping you manage risk.
For all your projects, large and small, Bedrock Gardens has it all. They are fully stocked and ready to fill your order. Rubber mulch and rubber curbing to match. Lots of color choices to pick from. Wall stone, natural stone, full pallets ready to go. Their bins are full with rich colored quality mulch that will look wonderful all season long. Finish off your fabulous outdoor space with their quality patio furniture and easy to assemble fire pits. Everything you need for your summer projects. Delivery available, or just stop by and they will load you up. Bedrock Gardens, locally owned and operated. Call today.
Barber Ford. It's a cut above the rest. Buy it at Barber Ford. Honest people where the deals are the best. Now is the time. Barber Ford is the place. The best cause I hear there's no mistake. You can't buy it better. You can't buy it better than Barber Ford.
Barber Ford, Route 309 in Hazleton and on Route 11 in Exeter.
people have